I done got my whole life living for the Lord. And you gonna have me out here going out with a married man? Excuse me, sir, what? Hi everyone, this is Christy. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you enjoy what I'm about to share with you. Welcome to my channel. I don't want to pretend to be one of those super peppy people who are just like, oh my god, welcome to my channel, because that's not me. And if I'm gonna do this for a long time, it's better to start off being honest. And because we're talking about honesty, why not tell you a really honest story? The reality of dating during the pandemic. I'm gonna tell you a story about what it's really like to date during a pandemic. Dating before the pandemic was really hard, really trash. All the websites, there are just so many people you have to weed through, people who don't really want to actually meet anybody, which is annoying when you are trying to meet somebody. But then when you're not trying to meet somebody and you just want to talk to somebody, then whatever. Free pen pal. Anyway, I was on this website, and I'm not going to name any names because I don't want anybody suing me for the $0 that I have. The $0 that I have. Let me get cozy. No. So, on these dating apps, they can be really exhausting. By this point, December into the pandemic, almost a year into the pandemic, 9 months, I started talking to somebody, and at that point, I was visiting my family and friends, yes, during the pandemic. So, just answer whenever. Don't at me, please. I was in just the one household, so whatever. So I was doing that, so I was preoccupied, didn't really care too much about what was happening on the app. Just answer whenever, maybe never for some people. But very casual conversation. We started talking in December, super casual. The conversation is fairly easy, nothing too deep, just seeing if you can talk to a person. By January, I deleted the app. I was like, I can't deal with this anymore. Probably after a week or so, I decided to get it again just to see if some prince had messaged with me. A girl can dream. Went on the app though, and this person I'd been talking to was like, I'm gonna delete this app, but I want to keep talking, so here's my number, please message me or whatever. So I was like, oh. So I followed up later in the week, and we kept talking, just texting. And first red flag for me, you gotta call a girl, okay? You gotta call me. I'm just old-fashioned in that way. It's like, if we're texting back and forth, I need a little momentum. I need to know that you care enough, that you're like, I'm curious to find out what you sound like, what you look like. I want to know that there's a human being on the other side of this conversation that is going so bad. I don't care too much at this point. I'm really busy anyway, so I'll just see what happens. At the start of February, it's like, oh, we should meet up. I'm like, okay, cool. The thing is, this person lived 2 hours away. I'm like, would a catfish drive 2 hours? Who knows? It happened to be Valentine's Day. Crazy, right? But I'm like, it's probably just a coincidence. He doesn't even notice. Whatever. Who cares if it's Valentine's Day or the day after? It's not like I was doing anything on Valentine's Day. Anyway, so he sent me a picture to be like, oh, I'm not a catfish, I'm driving. Okay, cool. Let me start getting ready. We met up and things were normal. Seemed normal, seemed nice, funny. Looks like his picture. Okay. About halfway into the date, he's gonna say, do you want to know something crazy? And smiling. I guess it's funny crazy? I don't know. You're smiling. I'm like, yeah, like, sure, I want to know something crazy. And this guy proceeds to say, I used to have a wife. Try not to react. Side note, now I don't care if you used to have a wife. I mean, I care a little bit because I don't want no drama. But it could be that you're a widow or whatever. I don't know the situation. So at this point, I'm not flipping out. But at the same time, it's like, well, I've been talking to you for like a month and a half, 2 months almost, and you didn't mention it, but whatever. Let me just keep going, trying to ask questions. And it's like, yeah, it just ended really soon after for all these reasons. I'm like, okay, sounds weird, but okay. You're bringing it up. No one forced you to bring it up, so cool. So I'm like, well, maybe it's not that bad. Let me just see how the conversation goes, because there could be other sketchy things that I would like to know before I make a decision. It goes well. for the rest of the evening. I didn't want to pry too much at that point because I'm like, I don't know you that well. I don't know if I needed to see you again after this, so no point finding out all your business. I get home and I'm thinking about it and I'm like, ugh. But I'm a sucker for giving things another chance. It's like my brain is telling me no, but my heart is saying yes. I'll just see, you know, logically this isn't, I don't know, but let's just see. As Ariel says, I'm gonna see for myself. I'm gonna see for myself. Let me make a decision, an informed decision for myself. So the following weekend, he said he's gonna come and we can talk about his life, what happened, the divorce or marriage or whatever. And it's like, okay, cool. So he shows up and I'm like, I'm not gonna be the one to bring it up. You think me? I am gonna start asking you questions? No. This was your idea. So I'm like, I'm gonna eat my food, and when you're ready to talk about it, you can bring it up. So we order, we start eating, nothing. Then eventually he's like, so what do you want to know? What do you want to tell me? Do you want to start from the beginning? How do you get into this situation in the first place where your marriage is over in 2 months? How does that happen? I'm trying to be really careful about what I say for the sake of discretion. For me, like, it's a big deal because I'm a Christian, and as a Christian, you don't just get up and divorce people. You have to be within these certain conditions, and I'm not going to get into that. If you're curious, I would tune into Mike Winger. He has a great video which I watched most of because I needed to be prepared to ask questions. So when did you get divorced? And this is where the other metaphorical shoe drops. He says, oh, I'm not actually divorced yet. No, I knew immediately that I could not tell my sister this. She would be, I told you something was fishy. I don't trust this story. Something is off. He's not telling the truth. And I'm like, well, I just met him, so probably he's not telling me everything. But I didn't expect that. So I'm like, I done got my whole life living for the Lord. And you're gonna have me out here going out with a married man? Excuse me, sir, what? I was shook. Shook. This is the point where I really give it up. And would you believe I didn't at that point? Because I'm like, oh, we're just friends. It's not that serious. Probably like a month after that, I played myself. Well, how can you say you're just friends when you're asking people out on dates on Valentine's Day? When you're driving 2 hours to see somebody? Like, come on, don't play yourself. That was the first story. Yeah, there are other stories. All I'm gonna say is ask questions. If people want to dodge your questions, then that is a sign. People say, oh, they're not communicating. Oh, they're not telling me. It's like, no, they're communicating what they want to communicate. You need to just accept what they're saying and not try and be like, oh, I'm gonna give it another chance. I'm gonna see for myself. No, this person is showing you what they believe, what they value, what they care about. Believe them. I know that's a saying already, but it's the truth. It's the truth. We're not talking anymore. And I didn't want to have a conversation about it because I'm like, I just didn't want to deal with it. It seemed just too dramatic to have a formal end. I'll just leave it and reduce how much I talk, and eventually the conversation will die. Then perhaps you're still trying to talk to me, then I'll shut it down. But for now, yeah, I kind of just let it dry up. It evaporated. It was a little disappointing because the conversation was good before in spite of that. But there were some other things. Just go with your gut. Go with your gut. Go with your gut. Do not follow your heart. I know people tell you follow your heart. Your heart and your gut, two different things. Your gut intuitive. Your heart, she will play you. She will play you like a sucker. That was a bit of a tangent, but I'm gonna bring it back. Believe in yourself. Go after your dreams. Other inspirational things you're supposed to say. Thanks for listening. Bye for now. Bye for now. Bye for now. I was like, oh.